So you think the ANC is a problem also?
Yes, it is a problem because we are facing issues. We are black people facing issues, but then we are led by a black party. But then
The founder of Willmore Foundation. Yeah. So I just have some few questions here, just to discuss and to see. The first question I saw on the website, it says Willmore was developed to deal with the leadership gap within the society. Yeah, what's the gap? Like, from what you have identified, what's the gap?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm very pleased to be doing this discussion. So, firstly, I can give my background a bit. I'm someone that loves leadership a lot. I've been involved in a lot of leadership programs. I've been in various societies when I was still a university student at the University of Victoria. So I've started noticing that most young people, they are not interested in being leaders, in becoming leaders. And then, as we see in our country, we have a leadership vacuum in terms of the people that are leading us in government positions. We can see people are crying out for leadership. They are crying out for leadership in Africa. We have old people that are within leadership positions in Africa as a whole, and then they are not providing or giving back to the needs of the majority in our countries and the continent at large. So that gap actually exists there. So in us trying to cover the gap, it means we're preparing the youth for the future, so that we don't have the same problem that we have right now that exists within Africa, whereby we have older people that are leading positions, and then there are young people who are not interested in leading. As we can see, for progressive countries, for countries to be more progressive, they need young people with fresh ideas. So us having this organization means we are preparing these young people for such progressive programs or progressive future. Yes, if I can put it.
Okay, I just want to go back to the other one. Do you think these old people don't want to leave leadership positions because the young people are not interested? So they're thinking, we might as well control.
Not really. I think sometimes it can be, it's difficult to leave something that you are used to. Yeah. So you feel like you have total ownership, total monopoly over those positions. It's not to say they are not aware that there are young people who are interested in. You can see in different political parties, there are people within universities who are leaders within universities. They are aware that there are young people who are ready to govern, but then because they feel like this thing belongs to them, they have monopolized leadership positions within government, so they don't want to let go. Not to say they are not aware that young people are ready to lead. It's just that they want to have eternal power.
So, what do you think is the biggest problem facing, let's say, a first year coming to university? Or
lack of mentorship, lack of preparation, lack of mentorship, and lack of resources as well. So I remember there was a time whereby we were assisting a lot of students to register, and then they didn't know how to use computer, how to navigate around the portal, their university portal. It was very difficult. So it means lack of resources, limited resources, especially from those who are from the rural areas. We deal with a lot of students who are from rural areas, so it means already they're 10 steps behind those who are more equipped with resources, those who are from urban areas. So I think lack of resources and then lack of mentorship. Hence why within our organization we have a mentorship program. So we prepare them for university life, and then also to gain more knowledge about university as they go throughout their journey.
Yes. Do you think there's a race plays a role in this lack of mentorship and lack of resources?
Race in terms of
Race in terms of color, skin color.
Or race in terms of skin color?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can be honest, I would say it does play a role to some extent, but then not in the entire spectrum of things that to say race plays a role, but it has a very huge contributing factor, because previously the disadvantaged from the black race, and then other races like your Indians, your white people and others, they are more advantaged because of economical resources.
Yes.
And then so it means they have more, they get mentorship programs whilst they are still in high school. But then in the case of blacks, they don't gain those resources. They don't have mentors, they don't have anyone to look up to. So it means everything is on their own. Even their parents, they don't have any resources, any knowledge, because most of them, even my parents, they never went to university. So I was there at university as a first year student. I did everything by myself. I had to meet other people. It was difficult for me to adjust. So even I've seen even those who have experienced exclusions, majority is black people, and then they've experienced exclusions not because they lack knowledge or they don't have that wisdom to tackle whatever career they are doing. It's because they don't know how to apply the new system that they are exposed to. So, but then for those that do with different races, they are used to working with computers. They are used to getting mentors. They know how to ask questions, when to ask questions, to whom should they ask questions. So it means they are more advantaged. So I think yes, race plays a very huge role.
So if we were to put you as president, what do you think are the 3 biggest issues you tackle?
The president of the country.
Yes, you're president today. What are the 3 biggest issues facing the country and the youth that you will tackle first?
I would obviously tackle the issue around leadership. Ensuring that we put the right people in right positions, of course, people who are more qualified, people that are concerned about saving. So I will start firstly on the leadership side of things. So it will make everything easier. It will make administration easier. It will make service delivery easier. It will make people to be able to trust their government. So I think leadership is the first important thing that I will tackle, and then I will tackle also secondly education. Education is as our former president Nelson Mandela, who has said that education is a key to success. As you can see right now, I know there are different avenues that you can take in order to be successful, but in success of a country, it needs proper education. It needs people that can critically analyze situations. It needs people that can critically solve problems. So I believe that education should be at the forefront after leadership. And then thirdly, getting rid of ANC. Yes, that's the first thing that I will do as a president, getting rid of the ANC. Yes.
So you think the ANC is a problem also?
Yes, it is a problem, because we are facing issues. We are black people facing issues, but then we are led by a black party. But then majority of people in the country, over 90% of people in South Africa, it's black people. If not 80%, it's black people. So already we're a majority, but then we still have people who don't have toilets, who don't have flushing toilets in rural areas. We still have areas like Eastern Cape, areas which should be developed. We still have places like Limpopo. There are a lot of potential in Limpopo. There's mines, there's water, the weather there is very good. But then Limpopo is one of the most or the least developed provinces in the country. And then yet we have a black leadership, a black government in our country. So that's a serious problem, to have a political party that can solve the problems of the majority with all the resources that South Africa has. South Africa has everything. South Africa has mineral resources, but then they can't use those resources. They only benefit other people who are not even the majority in the country. So we have an ANC problem, an ANC voters problem. We have a problem in our country.
Okay, I know that you opened a Willmore branch in 2021 in the University of Pretoria. So what are the plans going forward with the Willmore Foundation?
Plans going forward, I don't want to share much about the plans going forward, but then registering at the University of Pretoria was the start of populating Willmore Youth Foundation in universities across South Africa and Africa and beyond. So the plan going forward is to populate the Willmore Youth Foundation across universities, TVET colleges, and other institutions of higher learning within the country and beyond.
Okay, and then final remarks, any special message that you want to say?
So thank you very much for this interview. I think giving this opportunity to share about youth, to share about the organization Willmore Youth Foundation, an organization that is still growing, that is still hoping to bring in more young people to lead it. At some point I would have to step down and let other people to lead. So having this opportunity to share our experiences and what we do, I would obviously appreciate more opportunities to share about the organization, to get more resources for the organization, so that we can impact more youth and to solve most of the problems that our youth faces. So I believe, thank you very much for this, and then we are working very hard to ensure that there's this leadership gap that we have in our country. It is still at least limited. I know we cannot do it alone. There are other organizations that are also working on this, but then we're also putting our hand and ensuring that at least this leadership gap is being reduced. So thank you very much.
Thank you.